Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the daily Sitrep, where I'll cover the high time frames. We'll look together at Bitcoin, ES. We'll check DXY, some altcoins if we have time. So we will check together what happened since the last public stream. We're pretty much in the same place. The levels, once again, the technical levels are very well respected, and because today is Monday and we are starting a new week, we need to find a new trading plan, or if necessary, to update the trading plan that we already have. And let's see how this what will happen this week. Okay, so let's start with Bitcoin. Obviously, I would like to start with high time frame, with daily, and I don't need a lot of levels on the chart. I do need this high time frame SNR flip level that was resistance, now is claimed. And very, very important, for more upside, we need this level to hold. If the price will reject, doesn't really matter from where, let's say from here or from higher, if the price will reject and the price will get acceptance below this level, that could be seen as sign of weakness, and it opens the possibility for more downside. So this level 25, give or take, let's put this on the chart, 25 222. Again, don't think about this to the absolute dollar, think about it as an area. So $100 up or down really doesn't matter. This is a high time frame level, but definitely this is the level that the bulls need to defend. Other than that, the uptrend is still there, nothing happens, so I would expect, by default, I would expect more upside. Now, in the same time, and the same thing I was saying last week, I would expect more upside, but definitely one needs to understand that we are at resistance, and our current resistance is actually this one, the value area low of this high time frame range, right? And if we do something like this, and this is actually really, really interesting, if we extend this fixed range to the current price action, as you can see, the level are still the same. Value area low, point of control, value area high. And if we zoom in, you can see basically the value area low of this range is our current resistance. So the bulls, they need to claim this level. This is our high time frame support, should be support, right? That we don't know, but one would imagine that should be support, because resistance claimed, and now should act as support. If it doesn't, like I said, that could be seen as sign of weakness, and it opens the possibility for more downside. But support is support until proven otherwise. Same story with this. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And last week I was talking about this level, like I said, the value area low of this high time frame range. And as you can see, that is our current resistance. And now we're forming a range. We will talk about this. We will talk about this range. Very interesting range, good range, but I'll explain that in just a bit. But there is something else to take into consideration here. So check this. So up to this point, those are the levels, right? So high time frame range, value are low, support, lost, consolidation, and then once again lost, and it gave the possibility of this range, right? So I want to challenge you a bit to understand what happened here, right? And since this high time frame range was lost, we've been forming a couple of ranges here. We've talked about this, so there is not much to talk about this, but this range was lost, the high time frame range was lost somewhere in June last year, and now we are almost in April, so this is almost a year, right? A year of price action. And if I do this, the levels are still the same, right? So let me know in the comments, what is this telling you? What is this kind of information? You know, how can you use this kind of information? That is really, really interesting for me, in my opinion, the way I trade. And because I trade based on reaction and based on volume, this is kind of interesting for me, because almost an year of price action, and this range, the levels are still the same, right? So please write in the comments what this is for you, right? And then I'll explain. Just actually, I'll explain right now, because maybe I forget about it later. I want to make sure you can actually hear me. Sound is good. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, I will tell you what is this telling me, this kind of information. Well, first of all, this is telling me that in this section of the chart, the volume was low. One would expect that after almost a year of price action, the value area low should move lower. Only didn't. So we do not have a lot of volume in this section of the chart. And if you remember, starting with November, December, January, the volume was like really, really, really low. Now we do have decent volume. The volatility is back, so I enjoy trading Bitcoin, but no, the volume was low. Now we are hitting a high time frame resistance. So this is an important level, because after almost a year of price action, the value area low is still here. So we need to give respect to this level. For the moment, so we've been tapped once, tapped twice. For the moment, it is resistance. But if claimed, well, that is very, very good for the bulls, because we've started to claim important levels, high time frame levels like this one, right? Resistance, claimed. And now if we get the backtest, that we don't know, but if we get the backtest, we need to see if this level will act actually as support. And then the next high time frame level is actually the value area low of this range. If the price manage to get acceptance back into the value area of this range, that would be very, very good for the bulls. And if this range obviously extended to the current price action, if this range is the main trading idea, and if the price managed to claim the value area low, then the next important levels within the range is actually the point of control of this range. So that would be currently around 47K area, right? So that is one piece of information that we need to take into consideration. Obviously, this is high time frame, because from the value area low to the point of control, obviously we talk about more than 60%. That will not happen overnight. I mean, it is possible, but I would say it would take a while. If the price will be able to claim this area, and not only claim the value area low, but hold it as support, right? So this is a high time frame level. We need to give respect to this level, and as you can see, for the moment, this is our current resistance. Okay, let's leave it like this. So what do we know on the chart right now is that we do have a high time frame resistance, and also this level should act as support. If the bulls manage to claim this level, that's very, very good for the bulls, and one would expect higher. If we start to see bigger rejection here, and we will talk about this local range that we do have, then we do have this level. This level needs to hold. If the price gets acceptance below this level, that's weakness, and the next important level within high time frame level will actually be this one, because lower we do have another range that will be this one, right? And if the price manage to get acceptance below this level and then back into the value area of this range, then the next important level is same story, point of control, followed by the value area low. So we're moving from range to range, but for the moment this is not bearish price action. This is actually bullish price action. This can be seen, this range here can be seen as consolidation below resistance, right? We need to see how that will develop, but other than that, I wanted to start with these high time frame levels, because as long as you know where we are on the chart, so we are at resistance, this should be our support, claim this resistance, and that opens the possibility for higher. Now, like I said, doesn't mean that the price will go there in like one candle or two candle. Could be, but no, I don't think that will happen, right? So other than that, I would say, and I was talking about this last week, and the levels pretty much, they are the same. The next important level on the chart, if the price managed to claim the value area low of the top range, is actually this high. That is the one that I marked here for a possible swing failure pattern. That would be around 32,392. So that was our range before this drop. So if the price managed to get acceptance in here, claim the value are low, then we need to take into consideration this range, and the top of this range is actually this one. Now, one could see this one as the top of the range. Again, we need to see what's going on, but definitely this is an important level, right? So we do have level to the downside. This is our current resistance, and level to the upside. And this, although seems like a small move, this, if we reject from here, that would be 12%, and to the upside that will be again 12%. So high time frame for me, those are the next important levels. If we break this resistance, then I would expect the price potentially to move here, and depending on the reaction, we can go from there, swing failure pattern, or if the level will claim that, we can use the information that we get from that level. Same story here. If the price will move here, level holding, then one would expect another bounce and possibly higher. Get acceptance in here below this level, then I will look around this 19k area. All right. So resistance, level to the upside, level to the downside. Right. So those are the high time frame levels, but in between, obviously we do have this range forming here, and within this range, and this is a very, very good range. Why am I saying that? Because from top to bottom, we do have more than 7%. That gives the possibility of scalps, day trades. This is a very, very good range. And as you can see, the volatility is good. I mean, one day we move from the top to the bottom. Same story, second day, this is good volatility. I like this kind of trading. We do have volatility, we do have volume, and the levels are very, very well respected. Now, so those are the high time frame levels that I have in mind. This one, 25,222, value are low, somewhere around 28,800 and something, and this high, 32,392. Now, like I said, in between, now, and if we're moving to lower time frame, in between we do have some other levels. First of all, we do have this high. Remember this high, that was the, let me see if I can't show you like this, but if we move once again to daily time frame, this high was actually the golden pocket from that high to technically to this low. Remember this rejection, the price moved here, and then the bounce. So that is an important pivot. Right? And when we do have something like this, obviously we need to mark it on our chart. That would be this one. This I called a local SNR flip level. And as you can see, it acted as resistance first, then it was claimed, and we start back test, right? Back test, you can see, to the absolute dollar here after the rejection from the high time frame value area high, right? So technically we do have, if we mark the high time frame value area high, right? So we're forming a range between the high time frame value area, value area high, value area low. Sorry, I said value area high. So high time frame value area low, and this local SNR flip level. So locally, this is our resistance and this is our support. If this level will break, then we move to this level. If this level will break, then we move to the next level to the downside. Same story to the upside. We do have our resistance. If this resistance will break, this level will be claimed, then we move to the next important high time frame level. This is how you trade level to level, right? So we are forming a range here, and when we do have a range, then it is a good idea to pull a fixed range like this. And as you can see, most of the price action is within the value area of this range. Value area high, value area low, deviation, deviation, another deviation. Those deviations could potentially give the possibility of some really, really good scalps turning to day trades, because you see the price moving here, small front run of this one. Obviously the easiest trade here would be a swing failure pattern. Now, small front run, you do have your resistance, high time frame resistance. You start to see the price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range, back test of the value area high, back test of the value area high. Then what's the next important level to a downside? Value area low, right? Same story, deviation, price get acceptance back into the value area low, back test, one would expect higher. So we're moving from high time frame to low time frame. We're moving for a level that could potentially give us a swing trade to levels, more local levels that could potentially give us a scalp with the possibility of turning into a day trade, and why not a possible swing trade. So this is the level that we do have here locally, right? On top of that, if we enable the horizontal levels, right, as you can see, we still have a daily here, we do have a weekly, we do have another daily and another daily, right? As you can see, daily tap to the absolute dollar. This is why I keep this daily. This is a tap daily, was tapped here, but as you can see, this level is still respected. So as long as I see reaction on the chart, then obviously I keep it on my chart. This is a new, let's move to actually to a daily time frame, because we do have some interesting levels there. Let's hide this and let's hide the, okay, so we have also this one. So we can see the horizontal levels, right? So in terms of horizontal levels, we do have untapped daily, right? Yesterday, the price action printed a daily level, which is our current support. Like I said, this one is tapped, was formed here, tapped, but you know, we still see reaction. Then we do have untapped daily, 24,366, an interesting level. Untapped weekly, 22,167, and untapped daily level, 20,195. I'm not going to talk too much about this, what's going on here, because this is an untapped daily, so 28,332, right? And also to the upside, we do have a new weekly level here, $28,048, okay? And we do have this, and this is where it becomes interesting. Weekly, untapped weekly level, 29,873, and untapped daily level, 31,342, right? And why is this important? Because, one second, because I need to enable this. So in between, remember, our resistance, high time frame value are low, and this the top of that range for a swing failure pattern. So in between, we do have these levels. Those levels also are important, right? Please allow me to hide this one and this one, right? And now let's go to weekly, so I can show you the new weekly level. You can see weekly level formed here, small front run for the moment, and obviously we still have this weekly level here. So the 29,873. Now let's move back to 1 hour. Once again, let's pull back the high time frame as a not flip level, value low, and this level. Okay, so we are gathering information for our trading plan. So those are the levels that we need to take into consideration here. Also this fixed range. Right. Okay, so remember, we do have high time frame, this one, right? We do have high time frame, the value are low, and other than that, high time frame, we do have this one, 32,392 for a possible swing failure pattern. Great. In between, we are forming a range between this pivot here, this high, which is acting as support, and obviously high time frame, value area low. We are forming a range here, and within this range, we do have a fixed range pool, giving us the point of control, value area low, value area high, and also in between, we do have a couple of levels, daily, weekly, daily. So the high time frame levels can be used to determine the strength or the weakness of this move, because if this local range will break to the upside, that will be strength. And if this local range will break to the downside, that would be weakness. Obviously, the next important levels to the downside, this one, and to the upside, high time frame levels, this level, the top of the range. But in between, we do have levels, right? So high time frame levels can be used to determine the strength or the weakness of a move, and they can be used for a possible day trade with the possibility of a swing trade. The local levels can be used for scalps, day trades, depending on the situation, can be used for swing trades. But we need to understand what are high time frame levels and local levels on the chart. Okay, so we do have this range, and as long as we do have this range, as I would say, the best trading idea is to trade this range. Like I said, in between, we do have a lot of levels on this chart, but let's hide for a moment the horizontal levels. The best trades are given by the top and obviously the bottom of this range. If we see a swing failure pattern here and the price get acceptance below this level and back into the value area of this range, that opens the possibility for lower, value or low, bottom of the range, or lower. Same story, if we see a swing failure pattern of the lows and the price gets acceptance back into the value area of this local range, that opens the possibility for value or high, top of the range, and possibly higher. That's the way you trade a range. Now, there is one other piece of information here. High, lower high, right? So what the price is doing right now is creating liquidity, because we do have stop losses above this level, and this high was not able to take that liquidity. So where we have liquidity, right? We need to pay attention to this information. Same story to the downside, low, high, low. So we have stop losses here, more stop losses here, and other than that, the price is creating higher low, higher low. So we do have liquidity in this area, right? And we do have liquidity in this area. That's why I said the best trading opportunities are given by this area and this area. Now, if you trade based on reaction, definitely you're not going to preset. I'm not going to preset longs here or shorts here. I want to see exactly what the price will do when the price will hit this area. Good reaction, rejection, swing failure pattern, then I'll be more than happy to trade it. Same story here, swing failure pattern, price get acceptance, show me strength, get acceptance back into the range, get acceptance back into the value area of this range, then higher is possible. If no reaction here and the price will claim this level, that definitely that is no trade, and I would expect for higher. Same story here, no reaction. This local SNR flip level will break, then one would expect lower. Okay, so this is my trading plan. I showed you the level. One thing that I need to show you are actually the naked points of control. All right, so we do have this one. This is a weekly naked point of control, right? I would expect this level to be hit sooner or later because it is very, very close to the price action. But other than that, we do not have too much going on here, but we do have this one, right? We do have, if we move to Exo charts, actually we do have this volume naked point of control, which is technically at the lows of this range, but because we had this small front run, I'm not sure that we're going to see actually a reaction there. Below we do have the time naked point of control, that's 26,482, but I already have confluences for this area, so actually I don't need, it's good to have another confirmation, but I don't actually need it. But other than that, the next important level to a downside, if we talk about volume, is actually this one, where we do have the daily and the weekly naked point of control. That would be 24,850 and 24,846. So the next levels to the downside, if we talk about naked point of control, are here below this high time frame SNR flip level. That's why I said I wouldn't think about this to the absolute dollar. Think about more. Make sure you can actually hear me. Yeah, everything should be fine now. I apologize for this small problem. Okay, so what I was saying. So I was talking about this two levels, naked point of control to the downside, and also we do have two naked points of control to the upside, right? So we can see that in this area we do have an untapped weekly level 29,873, right? Also a weekly naked point of control 30,090 and a daily naked point of control 29,650. So with this information, we need to take this area into consideration. We do have a couple of levels, an untapped weekly level, naked weekly and daily point of control, right? And also psychological level, 30K psychological area. So if the price managed to claim this level, the high time frame value or low, the next area that I'll be looking for a possible reaction is this area, starting with this daily naked point of control, weekly naked point of control. So somewhere around 30K area, right? So that would be the next area that I have to the upside, followed by this daily 31,342. Maybe we'll see a reaction, maybe not, that we don't know, but it's worth to have it on the chart. And other than that, this high time frame level, swing failure pattern of this level, or depending on the reaction there, maybe we'll see a swing failure pattern, maybe not, but those are the levels that I have to the upside. So to recap this and to make it very, very clear for everyone, let's hide this range. So high time frame levels, we do have the value are low acting as resistance, and this level should act as support, 25,222. Locally, we are forming a range between the value area low and this local SNR flip level, which is 26,635. So my trading plan would be to trade this range until this range breaks. If this range will break to the downside, my next level will be this one, 25,222. Again, think about this one as an area, because we do have below, we do have these levels. We do have untapped daily level 24,366. We do have liquidity here, right? And we also have daily and weekly naked point of control. So I would think about this as an area, right? if the price actually will lose this area, that definitely opens the possibility for lower, right? And if we hide, actually, I will leave it like this, right? Just make me, please allow me to make this higher. So if this local range will break to the upside, the next important level is somewhere in this area, starting with daily, but most important, untap weekly level and weekly naked point of control. So 29,873 and 39 $30,090, and obviously 30K psychological area. So this level breaks. This is what I want to trade. First of all, this should be a take profit. Depending on the reaction, that could be a possible entry for a short trade. No reaction here, daily, and other than that, this level 32,392 only if we get a swing failure pattern. Remember, I trade based on reaction. Now, if the price managed to claim this level, like I said, really important for the bulls is to hold this level as support. As long as this level will hold as support, more upside is possible. If we see a push to, let's say, to this area, and the price will do something like this, let's say we see this and this, and after that we start to see something like this, this can be seen as weakness. So if the price moves here, right, this level needs to hold. Again, think about it as an area, not to the absolute, but this level needs to hold. If this level will be lost, that's weakness, and then it opens the possibility for, actually, it opens the possibility for this one, for 25K area once again. So those are the levels that we need to take into consideration, or at least I will take into consideration, starting with low time frame and then moving to high time frame. Very well, sorry about that. These levels, as you can see, very well respected, and we do have levels to the upside and we do have levels to the downside. In between here, in between this range that we do have, obviously we could use the fixed range, we could use the horizontal levels, but that would be for scalps or something like that. Day trade, possible day trade. But other than that, pay attention to value area low here, pay attention to this local SNR flip level, and pay attention to this one, and starting with this one, obviously weekly, daily, in between. Those are the levels that I have for you, basically for this week. That would be my trading plan. Like I said, we have a range. Let's trade this range until this range will break. If this level will, if this range will break to the downside, then we do have this level, and the rest of the dailies to this daily level, some liquidity. Then we have weekly, daily, but that would be weakness. Same story. We do have levels to the upside. I hope it's clear for everyone what my trading plan is, and obviously let's see how this will develop throughout the week. One thing that I like to check, because last week we had this news, volatility, and so on. We got the volatility, and what I was saying, the news could potentially bring the volatility, but still the levels are very well respected. Price pushing here and here. You can see top and bottom of the range, very well respected. So, even with volatility, the levels are still very well respected. Let's see if we have news. So nothing. Okay. So that would be on Friday, right? Okay, so on Friday we do have some news. Again, maybe they will bring some volatility, maybe not. We need to see how this week will develop. But other than that, we do have a range between this level and this level. Let's trade this range until this range breaks. We do have a lot of level for scalps. If you trade based on the order flow, you do have a lot of levels. We do have the previous day levels. We do have VWAP. If you add some horizontal levels, something like that, that would be, that would make trading so much easier. Okay, so that would be Bitcoin. Let's check what ES is doing. Okay, very, very quick. So first thing that we need to see here is that the point of control was here, and once again moved to this area, right? That somehow to be expected because we do have a high volume node here. Other than that, we're still consolidating, right, around the point of control of this range. So I would say we still have indecision here. The market structure on daily time frame is still bearish. Price is not able actually to make a higher high here. Okay, fair enough. We had this low taken on Friday, and then very, very bullish daily and weekly close. And now obviously we moved, my best guess is that we moved to the, once again, to the golden pocket here. Okay, now high time frame, the areas where I would like to trade, I'm not trading, yes, I'm trading SPX on Wanda, but pretty much the chart is the same. So the high time frame levels that I would like to trade would be this area where we do have liquidity not taken. So we do have liquidity, we still have the golden pocket here, so on, right? So this is the, let's say, the high time frame area that I wanted to trade, and obviously the trade here will be a short or no trade. And to the downside, you can see we do have this low, high low, high low, high low. So we still have liquidity in this area, right? And more liquidity here. Let's enable some horizontal levels. Now, obviously, the horizontal levels are another layer of confirmation for this. For example, weekly and daily, untapped, tapped, golden pocket, down we go. After that, we had this daily, tap to the absolute dollar, down we go, right? So we do have some levels in between, right? For additional confirmation, we do still have this weekly, daily, but high time frame, yeah, high time frame, this is what I would like to trade. So this area, also we have this monthly, maybe a touch of this monthly, and we go from there, this area, and definitely we still have a lot of liquidity here. So I would like to see this liquidity taken maybe down to this daily, or even to take all the liquidity in this section of the chart. So basically this entire section of the chart, we have the golden pocket here. So that would be a very, very nice trade. Now, if we move to lower time frame, right? Because if you are a scalper, you can see what I was saying, like the rejection here once again from the daily and so on. This daily level, you can see resistance, then here the price moving. I was posting, if you are in Discord, I was posting here like the price rejecting here. I would like to see the liquidity, the price spend some time here, but then slowly starting to claim the daily. And once again, we are somewhere in this area, right? That would be, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around the golden pocket. Okay, and even locally, we are still somewhere around the golden pocket. Okay, obviously there are a lot of scalps to be taken here, but I would say this. So we had resistance claimed. First backtest, small front run, but this daily should hold. If the price managed to get acceptance below this daily, 39.95, then that would open the possibility for lower, right? Same story. We do have liquidity, and more liquidity here. So if the price managed to claim VWAP here, then I'll be looking towards this height here, and then once again daily and possibly higher. Once again, same story. We need to trade this level to level, starting with the high time frame, then moving to scalps to low time frame. And these moves are very good. I mean, we talk about 0.5% almost. That for this chart, that is that is quite a bit of a move, I would say. Okay, so this is ES. I'm not going too much in depth because my main is Bitcoin, and I will trade some altcoins. There are some really nice altcoins, but yeah, we need to check this also for the correlation with Bitcoin. DXY, same story. High time frame, let's have a look. So we're still inside this high time frame channel, right? Okay, we know what happened here. The reason for this, right, we've got that bounce. The price moved just a bit deeper than the 0.71, but there was a good reason, because if I'm not mistaken, we should have a weekly level there, like this one, for example, right? So we do have a weekly level there, holding as support, right? And then the price right now is trying to push. Let's go to daily once again. Is trying to push to the upside. So would be nice if the price managed to backtest this high time frame channel. The golden bucket comes around in this area. Okay, fair enough. Let's delete this one too. Still, this is consolidation. In my opinion, this is still consolidation. So the price is still consolidating somewhere in this area. Let's go on low time frame. Oh, even on low time frame, we're basically consolidating. So we do have this area. The price took this high. We're consolidating. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting week, I would say, where we do have weekly should hold, and the high time frame channel, that is the level to be claimed. Now in between we could find level if you're scalping this move, and once again here the volatility is good. If you are a scalper, you can get involved into this kind of moves. That's 0.2%, more than 0.2%. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of a move. But other than that, I would like to see if the price managed to claim this channel or lose this weekly. That would give us some, strength or weakness about this section of the chart. If the price will lose this weekly, then I would say, yeah, I would go for the chances for the price to go lower, at least to this low, are increasing, where once again swing failure pattern, yes, no, depending on the situation. If the price managed to claim this high time frame channel, then we need to start looking for liquidity, and most important, liquidity here. Claim this level, yes, and then we do have once again the possibility for more upside. But for the moment, I would say, okay, that's 2%. That's huge for this chart. This is huge. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see how this week will develop, and obviously we go from there. Okay, so that would be pretty much what I have for you today. Let's see if we have some question. Yeah, 1 year of price action and the value was not changed. That is very important piece of information there. That's one important piece of information. Yeah, that's the problem. The volume. The volume was very low. Yeah, I apologize about that, but yeah, if you refresh the browser, everything should be fine. Okay. Cool. So I hope my trading plan is clear for everyone. Let's see how this week will develop. Let's see how these levels will be respected. Again, we are in a range, bottom of the range, top of the range. Until this range breaks, this range will be my main trading idea. If the price moves from below this level, then the next important level is 25,222. To the upside, high time frame 30,392. And let's not forget, in between we do have this weekly. I showed you the naked points of control and basically the 30k psychological area. That would be the main levels that I would like to trade. To the upside, to the downside, my bias for the moment, I see no weakness on the chart. We still have a range. The price is consolidating below a high time frame level, which is resistance until proven otherwise, but I don't see bearish price action yet. If this range will break to the downside, if we see change in market structure, then obviously I'm prepared for more downside. But for the moment, I see no reason for the price not to move higher. We need to see what's going on there, and we need to see how this week will develop. Other than that, like I said, that would be all for you, everything that I have for you today. If you like this content, obviously you can subscribe to this channel. We have a free Discord. Obviously, we do have the premium channel when I go more in depth about what happened, when I post my my trades, and everything that I do. Also, you can find us on Twitter, on our website, successrepeated.com. And also, if you're a trader, if you're trading crypto, Bybit is the best exchange on the market right now. And if you want to use our referral link, you'll get 20% of fees, plus depending on your on the deposit, you can get quite a bit of a bonus, I would say. Also, you'll be supporting this project, which is very, very nice in my opinion. So yeah, other than that, I'll catch you on next Monday for the next public updates, and obviously for the for more in-depth updates and information. I will see you in the Discord, in the premium levels in Discord. Until next Monday, I wish you all a great week. Thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.